supposed to do live?
So you.
Hey guys, we are back. This is Fatima from Fatima Fridays. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And as you know, I am Fatima, hence the name Fatima Fridays. And it's a party, it's a party, it's a party. I am the CEO of Strong Hearts and Soul Incorporated, a business where I educate, prevent, and help work to eradicate heart disease in underserved communities. So that's just a little bit about me, but we will be discussing a lot of different topics today, including the Sheen Rico case. Girl, I cannot. Also, Cedar Sinai Hospital, they have a lawsuit going on about maternal health care. We also have, we're going to talk about some home ownership and a lot of events that's going on in 716 today or this weekend. So I'm excited about all of that. And I have some beautiful ladies with me today. The ladies are in the house. But Frank, go ahead and drop some music on us, that 90s vibe.
Looking for a heavy-duty workhorse that can handle any task? Look no further than the 2004 Chevy C4500 diesel flatbed truck. With its robust 6.6-liter diesel engine, this truck delivers the strength and reliability you need to tackle the toughest job. Don't miss out on an incredible opportunity. Call Ken at 716-310-0100. Call now to learn more and drive away in the ultimate work companion 2004 Chevy C4500 diesel flatbed truck. Are you ready to take a trip back into time and immerse yourself in the smoothest sounds of the 90s? Well, mark your calendars for August 19th because we got something special planned just for you. Introducing the ultimate 90s R&B sing-along brunch happening at 3019 Niagara Street in Niagara Falls, New York. From 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., prepare to indulge in the best of R&B while feasting on the delicious spread. We have our live DJ spinning the hottest jams. This is a brunch experience you don't want to miss. Treat your taste buds to the full brunch menu, featuring mouth-watering dishes. And of course, what is brunch without a little bit of bubbly? We've got you covered with our special mimosa package. For just $25, you'll receive a ticket to the event and one mimosa to get your groove on. But if you are in the mood to keep the celebrations flowing, go for our 40-ticket option and enjoy bottomless mimosas throughout the entire event. Secure your spot today by purchasing your ticket at R&B Sing-Along Brunch at eventbrite.com. But hurry.
Get ready for the most stylish event of the season. It's the Back to School Hair and Fashion Show, bringing together fashion designers, hairstylists, barbers, braiders, MUAs, and models of all ages. Join us as I Believe Enterprises hosts an unforgettable evening that will leave you inspired and fashion forward. Get your tickets now. General admission is only $15 in advance and $20 at the door. And guess what? Kids 6 and under get in for free. But that's not all. We're also giving back to the community. School supplies donations are required upon entry, helping us support students in need. Save the date, August 12th, starting at 5 p.m. We're bringing the excitement to 3019 Niagara Street in Niagara Falls, New York. Are you a vendor looking for an incredible opportunity? Don't miss out. Vending spaces are available. For more information, call or text 708-271-0549. Mark your calendars and get ready to shine. Get your tickets, bring your donations, and join us for an unforgettable evening. Fashion, style, and community come together in one spectacular event. Back to School Hair and Fashion Show. Let's make this school year the most fashionable one yet.
Today's teenager is tomorrow's potential regular customer. That's what the tobacco industry said about us. But what does it say about them? That they'll do anything to recruit new smokers. Like using menthol flavors to make products smoother and better tasting, so they're easier to start and harder to quit. In other words, menthol is not just a flavor. It's a way for big tobacco to attract and addict us. And there's nothing just about it. Take action at notjustmenthol.org.
With us, I call y'all my Fatima fam because y'all like family now. Yes. So let's get these numbers up. Tell me where y'all at. Show me where y'all at. Tell me some interesting topics about yourselves. Give me some suggestions. If you have some suggestions about the show or whatever the case may be, let me know. I'm for it all. Believe me, it's a party. It's a party. It's a party. Y'all already know. But anyways, today
we got somebody joining us from Georgia.
Hey, Georgia. Thank you so much for joining us. So today we have two beautiful guests, very, very special people to me. Miss Christina Person, a young lady who has been around the world, fought for our country, and has given back to our local community a lot as well. And also Miss Nadia Baker, who focuses on mental health awareness and also the foster care system and things of that nature. So I am really excited to speak with these young ladies because I feel like today a lot of jewels are going to be dropped. They are successful in their realm. So I do think that for any of you who may have young ladies like 9th grade to 12th grade, whatever the case may be, this may be a good show for you to, let them see later on today or whatever, because I know they sleep. So, so whatever, this may be a perfect show for the young ladies. We want to empower them as well. So, first and foremost, as I say, I'm going to get all in your business. But I do have a question. So I know you guys are all over the world. So where are you guys located right now in your lives? Nadia, you can go first.
Currently, I live in Florida, Central Florida, right outside of Davenport. I moved there almost a year ago.
Yay! Yes. Almost a year ago.
So yeah, that's why interesting. I'm originally from Niagara Falls, though. Mm-hmm. And California and Arizona and New York City and Jersey. But I am from Niagara Falls. So.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And Christina, Miss Businesswoman over there, still typing away.
Hey. I'm trying to get on my line. I forgot my password. I'm so crazy. I live in Maryland.
You live in Maryland?
Southern Maryland, yes.
Okay. So where are you from? Should I ask?
So I was born in Pensacola, Florida. I left there when I was around 12, 13, and I moved to Niagara Falls. And then when I graduated high school, I stuck around for a year, and I couldn't do it anymore. So I left, and I went to the military.
Missouri. Okay, cool. Okay. So the reason why I'm asking this question about location is because I feel like a lot of our young people feel like they get stuck here. I felt like for a long time I was stuck here and I didn't have an outlet. But I want them to know that there are different opportunities in leaving the city of Niagara Falls or Western New York in general. Although you guys are from completely different paths and no longer live in this area, talk about some of the ups and downs of relocating. You can go first, Christina.
So for me, some of my ups and downs were I had 2 kids when I left. Although I left my kids here because I went into the military and I had to go through basic AIT and things like that. But it's support, like having a support system. So I left. I went to a town where I didn't know anyone. So, and I had these 2 babies. So I think like not having family like when you go somewhere, that's a big struggle. And that was one of my biggest struggles. And I think that's why I have such so many friends like everywhere, because when you join the military, it's like they become your family because that's all you have, like you don't have your blood family, you have your battle buddies,
Right.
So that was one of my biggest struggles.
Yeah. And Nadia, what are some of your ups and downs of relocating? I know it's still fresh, but even within this almost year, I'm sure you had some things that.
Oh yeah, I think I agree completely. The biggest downfall to leaving the area is not having the support. Like Niagara Falls, it's one of the things I guess that a lot of people complain about is it's so small. But one of the things like I pride myself in is like Niagara Falls is so small. We all know each other. We all have that support. We're all family in some kind of way. So the hardest thing for me is just being away from my support system, being away from my family. I have 5 kids. 4 initially went with me. So the younger ones are young, and so they had to leave their friends and all of that. So it's definitely an adjustment. Not to say that it can't be done, but it's an adjustment. And, you know, if you are focused and, you know, adamant that you just need to take a break from being here or want to leave for good, then do it. But just know that that is one of the biggest, at least for me, that is one of the hardest things.
Okay. So on the other flip side of that, what are some of the positive aspects? Because a lot of times we always talk about the negative in every situation first. But I want to also know, from leaving Niagara Falls to going to Florida, what are some of the positive aspects that it has done for you, your children, your life?
Number 1, weather.
Yes.
Number 1 is weather. Like I think all last year, I left last August. I didn't bring any coats. I don't need them. Maybe one time when Christmas time, when you guys were there, it was a little cool. But when we say cool, it's like,
no, it's that cold.
It was like 60
it
something.
Was like 40.
It was not.
Okay. I wasn't going outside.
But I mean, weather was definitely like my number 1 thing. That was why, you know, in Niagara Falls, a lot of times you're trying to rush all of this stuff to get completed in 3 months or 4 months of warm weather, where there you have all year. So, you know, that the weather was number 1 for me. The things to do, you know, an hour away from here, an hour away from there, you know, the beaches, the amusement parks, you know, there's definitely things to do. I think you would be hard pressed to go to Florida and be like, oh, there's nothing to do. Then you're just not looking. So that's one of the perks for me. So
guys, I was in Florida with my sister for the Christmas holiday. And that's when they had the big December storm here in Niagara Falls or in Buffalo. Thank God I was in Florida, because as you guys know, I have an LVAD. And with the LVAD, you know, it goes by power, like the wall, you have to plug up for the wall. So imagine if I was here in Niagara Falls or in Buffalo and the lights went out. And that did happen for some of my LVAD friends in Buffalo. They had to go stay in the hospital because they didn't have any electricity in their home. And then it was a struggle trying to get to the hospital because all the streets are closed and all of that. But needless to say, the reason why I said all of that is because she lied. It was 40 degrees in Florida. Okay. It was cold. Was it our cold? Right. Yeah, it was. Right. But let me explain. Right. It wasn't -3 because it was definitely freezing here, but it was definitely colder than normal in Florida at that point in time.
Yeah, it was. And I mean, global warming is a thing. So, you know, it's affecting everybody. But even being there the short period of time that I've been there, I think even now coming home, like everybody's like, oh my God, it's so hot. And I'm like, no, it's cool. Like this is comfortable to me.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely changed.
So Christina, what are some of your ups about relocation?
I got to see the world. I mean, and it was fantastic.
Yeah.
So I traveled a lot. And there was things to do everywhere I went. Yeah. Well, I can't say that. I went to Oklahoma and it was like, but we made it fun, you know, like, I'm a strong believer in wherever you go, you just have to make it what you want it to be. So, yeah, I got to see the world. Like,
so Christina, you're in the Army. You were in the Army. You retired from the Army. You were in Iraq?
I was.
Like, that to me is so dope. Like because I mean, I know it wasn't like a good reason to be in Iraq, I guess I want to say, but just to come from humble beginnings and be able to go to somewhere like Iraq, you know, like, or you went on a trip recently to
Dubai. Yeah.
Like those type of things, like those are places that I would love to go. Like I haven't been there yet. Keep sending those roses. And I would love to see things like that. And I mean, for us, for a lot of young ladies in this area, we kind of feel like it's out of reach. You understand where I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about, Iraq first and then maybe Dubai.
Well, Iraq I didn't get to see Iraq, actually, honestly. I was in the aviation unit, and we were in the middle of a war. So, and Iraq wasn't...
It wasn't fun. It was sorrow. It wasn't a good time because we were in the middle of a war. So wartime is not a good time. I understand that.
Yeah. And that was one of the, I literally booked my ticket to Dubai days before we went.
Really?
And we planned this event, because I put it in the Queen's chat room. We started planning this event in September. So, getting closer to it, I'm like, oh, Dubai is in the desert, and I'm like, oh my God, I started having like real bad anxiety. I'm like, do I really want to go on this trip? Like literally, my friend was like, Chris, like you planned this trip. This is a Queen's
you have
trip.
To go.
Are you going or not? Because, she was the travel agent. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. And then I kept, I was emailing her and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go. And then she was like, oh, there's no more rooms. And I'm like, oh, okay, great. I really want to go. But then I was like, no, I can't let them down. You know what I'm saying? Like I planned this trip, and it was 11 of us. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go. And I just started thinking like bad thoughts, but it was nothing like Iraq. I mean, like it's hot, it's the desert, but it didn't bring a lot of anxiety to me.
Okay.
Because I mean, sometimes we try to block things out.
Yeah.
But, Iraq was not a fun place to be. It changed me.
It definitely did.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for letting us know a little bit about you guys. We're going to come back with some more questions. But right now, Big Frank is going to hit us up with some 90s classics.
Are you ready to take a trip?
And I'm going to try to log into my Facebook because
Are you ready to take a trip back into time and immerse yourself in the smoothest sounds of the 90s? Well, mark your calendars for August 19th because we got something special planned just for you. Introducing the ultimate 90s R&B sing-along brunch happening at 3019 Niagara Street in Niagara Falls, New York. From 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., prepare to indulge in the best of R&B while feasting on the delicious spread. We have our live DJ spinning the hottest jams. This is a brunch experience you don't want to miss. Treat your taste buds to the full brunch menu featuring mouth-watering dishes. And of course, what is brunch without a little bit of bubbly? We've got you covered with our special mimosa package. For just $25, you'll receive a ticket to the event and one mimosa to get your groove on. But if you are in the mood to keep the celebrations flowing, go for our 40 ticket option and enjoy bottomless mimosas throughout the entire event. Secure your spot today by purchasing your ticket at R&B Sing-Along Brunch at Looking for a heavy-duty workhorse that can handle any task? Look no further than the 2004 Chevy C4500 diesel flatbed truck. With its robust 6.6-liter diesel engine, this truck delivers the strength and reliability you need to tackle the toughest job. Don't miss out on an incredible opportunity. Call Ken at 716-310-0100. Call now to learn more and drive away in the ultimate work companion 2004 Chevy C4500 diesel flatbed truck.
Get ready for the most stylish event of the season. It's the Back to School Hair and Fashion Show, bringing together fashion designers, hairstylists, barbers, braiders, MUAs, and models of all ages. Join us as I Believe Enterprises hosts an unforgettable evening that will leave you inspired and fashion forward. Get your tickets now. General admission is only $15 in advance and $20 at the door. And guess what? Kids 6 and under get in for free. But that's not all. We're also giving back to the community. School supplies donations are required upon entry, helping us support students in need. Save the date, August 12th, starting at 5 p.m. We're bringing the excitement to 3019 Niagara Street in Niagara Falls, New York. Are you a vendor looking for an incredible opportunity? Don't miss out. Vending spaces are available. For more information, call or text 708-271-0549. Mark your calendars and get ready to shine. Get your tickets, bring your donations, and join us for an unforgettable evening. Fashion, style, and community come together in one spectacular event. Back to School Hair and Fashion Show. Let's make this school year the most fashionable.
TQ, I Am. The Queen I Am with Felicia Gaddis. Her story, her experience, her wisdom. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. at Fire 716 Radio. TQ I Am inspires, uplift, and transform. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.
This is DMP Speaks coming to you. I am a board certified Christian counselor. I'm also a life coach. I am a family restoration specialist. I help build, rebuild, and grow your family. Maybe you're having some communication problems. Maybe you guys are just yelling and screaming and you guys are just not getting along. And if you want access to me for your 30-minute consultation call, follow me on all my social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook at DMP Speaks. And if you go to YouTube and Instagram, it's at I Am DMP Speaks. Download Fire 716 and click the link.
And we are back, guys, with Fatima Fridays, and y'all already know it's a party, it's a party, it's a party. I know I'm crazy. I'm sorry. But anyway, so I have a few more questions for Nadia and Christina. But if you guys want to call in, you can definitely call in. And if you have some questions or comments, we love to hear from you, the Fatima fam. And you can also inbox me or on the chat. I'm also on TikTok Live. So I'm around. I'm out here in these Beyonce internet streets. So hit your girl up. I'm always here. But for you ladies, I know you guys have a lot in common, actually. You're just strong, intelligent Black women, and I love it. So I'm all for it, you know that. But you also are both homeowners. Christina's in the real estate business, and Nadia, you own several different homes. How did that process work for you guys? When did you know that homeownership was important? And what information would you give our community about homeownership? I know it's kind of a lot, but I want you guys to give us as many jewels as possible.
For me, I think realizing that mortgage was cheaper than rent was like the motivating factor. When I lived in New Jersey, I owned a home, moved back here, sold that home, and then came here and purchased a home. And then as I purchased, I just never sold. So the first home that I lived in with my family and purchased a bigger home, just didn't sell that first home. And then got some investment properties in between. It's hard. I think people look at it as it's easy. It's definitely profitable, but to have one property, you're not, a millionaire. I think that's a misconception because there are so many expenses with the process. You're now the owner. So if, something breaks, it's on you. If a tenant doesn't pay their rent, like that's something you have to contend with too. Because a lot of times I think first getting into it, I was like, oh, I'm just going to count this income as income. But it's not always income, because if they don't pay their rent, you're not getting that money. And then starting that process of going to court and stuff like that. But it's definitely a thing that I will continue to do. Now I live in Florida and I own 2 properties. So it's definitely something that I'm going to continue to do. I would encourage people to look into it because there are different incentives for people that are minorities, that are low income. It's not as impossible as some people may think. So I love it. I will continue to do it because I do not want to work for someone else for the rest of my life.
Understandable. Christina, you being a realtor, I know you have like 1.5 million in process right now. Like, girlfriend, that's amazing. Okay. Okay,
Thank
girlfriend.
you.
Okay, girlfriend. So tell us about the process. Tell us about you owning your first home. And what would you tell our community about home ownership?
So I bought my first home as a retirement present for myself. And it's been amazing. Like, it was a dream come true. Because who would have thought? You're right, coming from Jordan Gardens, like, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm buying this $500,000 house. So, it's like home ownership is like Nadia said, it has its ups and downs. I haven't rented out my home yet. Well, technically I have because my kids live there, but and I was in South Carolina and they lived there. But I do have other properties in Florida. I just recently bought my mom a home. So home ownership is, it's fantastic and it's not impossible at all. Like like she said, there's programs where you can just walk into your home with no money down. No closing costs or closing cost assistance. Section 8 will help you get a house. Like there's a lot of programs out there, especially for minorities, to get homes. So
we have a caller.
Radio, Frank speaking.
I'm sorry. We have a caller.
Hey.
One moment, please hold.
Hey, caller, you're on the air.
Yes, I had a question for you ladies.
Sure, go ahead.
Go ahead.
What's up?
Okay, so when purchasing a home, you don't want to be house poor. So how do you manage when you're starting to do this process?
Go ahead, Christina.
Okay, so
1.5.
yeah. So I have a client now, and we just had this discussion yesterday about being house poor. So basically, you have to understand your DTI, your debt to ratio income. You have to understand, you have to set aside money for emergencies. Like she said, like if your toilet breaks, you're going to go get a new toilet and your landlord, or there's no one to say, hey, let me fix that for you. So you have to make sure when you go into buying a home that you have a cushion for emergencies. You have a cushion for your light bill if it escalates, or your heating bill if it escalates. You just have to save and budget. Like that.
So does somebody break it down for you? For example, maybe you're just a regular worker, you don't have, a degree job. Can someone sit and break it down for you? Does a realtor do that, or is somebody else there to?
Nadia, you want to take that question?
For me, I don't think that a realtor broke it down. For me, I am very conscious about money. I try to be. I was not always. When spending or deciding to purchase a home, the first thing I think about is what money do I have coming in, and not including, again, my income properties, because if they're vacant, if the tenant doesn't pay the rent, So I look at my personal income and I look at, based on my personal income, can I pay my current mortgage that I'm in? Two of my properties I own outright, so I don't have to pay a mortgage on those, and then a mortgage on my other two properties. So am I allowed, based on my monthly income, to afford those things? If I can, and being realistic with that, thinking about, the things that we don't always think about, going to the grocery store, life insurance, car insurance. We always think of gas, light, our utilities and stuff like that. But think of those things that, you want to go out on the weekend. How much do you typically spend on a weekend? So just being aware of your spending. And for me, it was literally, if I can't afford it off of my 9 to 5, I'm not buying it. I'm not
Okay.
putting things on credit cards. I'm not borrowing from family. I'm not touching my savings unless it's an emergency. So
And
that's how
Nadia
I-
mentioned that it was cheaper to pay a mortgage than rent, and so that would give you more money to spend on the different things that you're talking about.
Absolutely. If it's like, especially like Christina said, if it's your first home and you're getting like all of those incentives, yeah, like, you know, I don't know how much rent is now in Niagara Falls.
$1,200 to $1,500.
$1,500
Okay, so you said 1,500.
sometimes, yeah, some places.
Okay, so if rent now is 1,500 in Niagara Falls, like I said, 2 of my properties I own outright, so I'm not paying any monthly money. My other home, my mortgage is $600, and that's including the taxes.
Okay,
So
worthwhile.
you think about that, you know, how much money you have to save or put aside, because, you know, again, you want to have those funds put to the side in case there is an emergency, in case something breaks, and, you know, whatever. So yeah, you can be in a home in this area for about $700 to $800 a month versus paying $1,500 in mortgage. But it's
Thank
not
you
for-
very
it's-
much.
Yeah, and
You've
it's not
made
for
me a
everybody.
believer.
I want to say that it's not for everybody, but
Thank
for
you.
me, yeah.
Well, thank you so much, caller. We definitely appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
Big Frank, you're going to go ahead and hit us off with another 90s classic.
Hey.
Look at that beautiful woman over there.
Now, I done got in my Facebook. That was her.
Are you ready to take a trip back into time and immerse yourself in the smoothest sounds of the 90s? Well, mark your calendars for August 19th because we got something special planned just for you. Introducing the ultimate 90s R&B sing-along brunch happening at 3019 Niagara Street in Niagara Falls, New York. From 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., prepare to indulge in the best of R&B while feasting on the delicious bread. We have our live DJ spinning the hottest jams. This is a brunch experience you don't want to miss. Treat your taste buds to the full brunch menu featuring mouth-watering dishes. And of course, what is brunch without a little bit of bubbly? We've got you covered with our special mimosa package. For just $25, you'll receive a ticket to the event and one mimosa to get your groove on. But if you are in the mood to keep the celebrations flowing, go for our 40 ticket option and enjoy bottomless mimosas throughout the entire event. Secure your spot today by purchasing your ticket at R&B Sing-Along Brunch at eventbrite.com. But hurry, seats are limited and this event is selling fast.
Get ready for the most stylish event of the season. It's the Back to School Hair and Fashion Show, bringing together fashion designers, hairstylists, barbers, braiders, MUAs, and models of all ages. Join us as I Believe Enterprises hosts an unforgettable evening that will leave you inspired and fashion forward. Get your tickets now. General admission is only $15 in advance and $20 at the door. And guess what? Kids 6 and under get in for free. But that's not all. We're also giving back to the community. School supplies donations are required upon entry, helping us support students in need. Save the date, August 12th, starting at 5 p.m. We're bringing the excitement to 3019 Niagara Street in Niagara Falls, New York. Are you a vendor looking for an incredible opportunity? Don't miss out. Vending spaces are available. For more information, call or text 708-271-0549. Mark your calendars and get ready to shine. Get your tickets, bring your donations, and join us for an unforgettable evening. Fashion, style, and community come together in one spectacular event. Back to School Hair and Fashion Show. Let's make this.
Are you ready for an adventure of a lifetime? Escape to paradise on an exotic Eastern Caribbean cruise. Join us August 18th through the 24th of 2024 as we set sail on a 6-day carnival cruise filled with unforgettable experiences. Get ready to explore the captivating destinations of the Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic, Grand Turk, Half Moon Cay in the Bahamas. Come and savor the flavors of the Caribbean with a wide range of gourmet dining options, serving up the freshest seafood and local delicacies. Dance the night away under the Caribbean sky with live entertainment and music that will make your heart sing. But hurry. Secure your spot today with a deposit of just $50 by July 21st, 2023, and enjoy the convenient monthly payments of $90. Don't wait. Call now at 716-374-4941. Reserve your dream vacation today. The exotic Eastern Caribbean cruise, where memories are made and dreams come true. Book now and set sail on the adventure of a lifetime. You're locked into the vault with Dante Miles on Fire 716 Radio. Let's go.
This is engaging the youth. No longer is it okay for us to make decisions as to what we feel they should do. We already lived our youth. You know what I mean? So it's time for us to, God gave us two of these and one of these for a reason. We need to listen and watch more than we do a lot of talking. So
you can't. Everything is changing, you know what I mean? From everything outside to how we feel and everything, because it's two different worlds we live in, two different generations. So like I definitely get where like it's hard to communicate and hard to come to an agreement on one particular thing, because you see it from your eyes,
right,
from your perspective, but I might see it from another perspective. So.
Whatever. Hey, Stealth Dog. Hey, guys, and we're back with Fatima Fridays, and y'all already know it's a party. It's a party. It's a party. I had to give her the death look, like, you better say it. No, but I'm kidding, guys. So thank you guys so much for coming in, the Fatima fam. Do we have any questions or comments over there?
As of right now, no.
No questions or comments? What y'all doing? Sleep?
Oh no.
Darren Doc said good morning.
Hey, Darren, how you doing? Thank you. Good morning, baby. But anyways, I have just a few more questions. Christina, who are or were some role models in your life?
Let's see. I was afraid you were going to ask this question.
Why? Tell us why.
So growing up, I really didn't have any role models. But as I got older, my cousin Trish, she was my role model.
That's beautiful. Why was you afraid? Because that to me is a good answer.
Because when you ask that question, and they're like, "Oh, I got this person, that person," and I really didn't have that. I found my way.
Is it because? Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're fine.
Now, do you feel like you didn't have any role models because of like statistics, or because of where you were in life, what you did in life? It was hard to find someone positive in your life.
I was all over the place, honestly. I did have a few role models in the military, but I'm such an individual. Like, I want to find my own way. I don't want to be like, I didn't grow up wanting to be like someone.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up wanting to be like me. Mm-hmm. And I was not open to, hey, how did you do this? I'm the type of person like, I'm going to figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but but one of my inspirations, my cousin, she had her baby young, and then she had another baby, and then she had another baby, and then she went to college, like she was LPN, and she just, she was very inspirational. I'm like, wow, Trish, like, you really doing it, So I can say that, watching her, I was inspired.
I would say that's a really good thing to tell people, though. Like, even though you didn't have a role model per se growing up. It's still the fact that you were able to figure it out and to be where you are now without actually having an example or seeing somebody that could truly tell you, like, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do. That because this is something that even me and my grandma talk about sometimes, like kind of hard for me. It's like sometimes in certain places I didn't have somebody to guide me to do the right thing or to, so it's I think it's beautiful that you were able to overcome that and be like, no, I'm going to do what I need to do and figure it out. So
thank you.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's beautiful as well. Yes.
She said you got over there crying.
Aww.
She's about to have me over here crying. No crying.
No tears. No tears on Fatima Friday. No, I'm just kidding. Cry, girl, cry. Give me all the dramatics. Nadia, who were some of your role models? Or are your role models?
I don't know. I think I can definitely relate. Within my family, there was no one really doing what I wanted to do. There are people throughout my life at different stages of my life that have inspired me to do certain things. If I had to pick one that was like my greatest inspiration, absolutely my mother. Moving around, being a single parent, being present at all times, even today with her grandchildren, being a support for myself, for plenty of other people. I would have to say watching her, and I hate saying this, and I've told you this before, she is the definition of a strong woman. But I look at a strong woman as not necessarily being a positive thing, because when someone says that you're a strong woman, that means I've seen you go through so much mess and you've come out. Like, I don't want to go through mess. I don't want to have to prove that I'm strong. But she has proven over and over that she is strong. So, it would have to be my mom.
That's a good one. That's definitely a good one. So this is a deep question. The role model situation always is a hot topic for me because, of course, most women, I think, will say, oh, my mom was my role model growing up. And I think from the years of probably like birth to like 13, your mother is who you emulate to be. Mm-hmm. Most women. But my mother has been a role model and very constant in my life since birth. She has, again, a strong woman, and I've seen her go through some things very gracefully, and I tilt my hat to her because, oh Lord, child. But again, just like Christina and Nadia, and I don't know if this is from where we are in life or where we come from in life, but it's hard to find positive reinforcement sometimes, I think, for young ladies especially. I think guys look up to, sometimes drug dealers, like people with money, people with money, that's who the guys look up to. Mm-hmm. For women, it's different. We don't necessarily want money or clout or status so much. We look at it more as like a good person, and a person who's overcome some obstacles as a role model. So I wish, I hope, I pray that us women get out there and be role models is what I'm getting at. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be all put together. I'm definitely not put together. I'm real hood. Y'all know it. But I try to show a positive aspect to my daughter, who's 14, and to all her friends, because for some odd reason, my house is the cheerleader go-to house, and that's cool because my mother's house was like that for a lot of me and my friends. But I try to show them all a positive outlook. Like y'all already know, it took me 20 years to get a bachelor's degree. I ain't mad about it. It is what it is. But I got that degree. I didn't give up. You know what I'm saying? So willpower, persistence, dedication. Those are things that I want young ladies to see and to grow with. So if you are out there and you are out there, you see young lady who need some positive enforcement, be that positive enforcement. I grew up in a church as well, so there were many, many people like Marva Frails, Mary Richmond, Reverend Mrs. Kelly, who always loved on me. Love on these young ladies because you never know what they're going through. School is hard. Life is hard, especially for a teenager. You know what I'm saying? So if we had somebody to take us under our wing at 14, 15 years old, it may have made some kind of difference. Not saying that what we did wasn't great or wasn't right or whatever the case may be, but it may have made a better, it may have gave us different choices in life. Yes. So, love on these young ladies and be a positive role model.
I would definitely say that my life in general has been not dependent on, strangers and stuff like that. But a lot of times the situations that I've been in and moving and different things like that, where it was like, I didn't have anybody. I did have those, one or two women or men that either their church or they live, whatever the case may be, who encouraged me, who did things that I wasn't getting from like my mom. And so it's just, I think it makes a huge difference. Like if I didn't have those people in my life who would sow those seeds into me at those different times, who knows what kind of person I would be. And that's just being real. So I definitely think it's very important if you can be that guidance. It doesn't have to be forever, and you definitely don't have to be perfect. Right. And I would even say like my role model is my grandmother, because that's the person that really, showed me like deep, true love, how I perceived it. So that, that's the person I looked up to. But at a certain point, I'm like heartbroken because I'm like, my grandma's not perfect. Like, no way. So, I think that it definitely takes other people sowing those seeds into you, that you can't just get from your family or your friends and stuff like that. So for sure.
See, this is what I'm talking about when I say jewels is being dropped. Friday, y'all. Yes.
This is a healing party.
Good morning. And yes, we definitely need to pray for our youth. We need to pray for our grown folks too, because listen, I can use some prayer. Listen. Because you know what? I've changed a lot. I've been through a healing process, as you guys want to say. But from where I was a long time ago, if some of these people say the things that they said to me 20 years ago, I'll say 10 years ago. Listen, it will be no Fatima Fridays. Because I'll be in an orange jumpsuit somewhere. But we all need, girl, because they've been trying me lately. And I don't even know why. Like, I'm soft and sweet now. But back in the day, in the alley, like, they don't want that. I'm trying so hard not to bring it, even on my kids, yo. Like,
just speak.
Girl, they don't want this. These problems. Yes, they will.
Grown ones.
Girl. So, but anyway. Big Frank hit us off with some 90s music.
Looking for a heavy-duty workhorse that can handle any task? Look no further than the 2004 Chevy C4500 diesel flatbed truck. With its robust 6.6-liter diesel engine, this truck delivers the strength and reliability you need to tackle the toughest job. Don't miss out on an incredible opportunity. Call Ken at 716-310-0100. Call now to learn more and drive away in the ultimate work companion 2004 Chevy C4500 diesel flatbed truck.
Today's teenager is tomorrow's potential regular customer. That's what the tobacco industry said about us. But what does it say about them? That they'll do anything to recruit new smokers. Like using menthol flavors to make products smoother and better tasting, so they're easier to start and harder to quit. In other words, menthol is not just a flavor. It's a way for big tobacco to attract and addict us. And there's nothing just about it. Take action at notjustmenthol.org.
Get ready for the most stylish event of the season. It's the Back to School Hair and Fashion Show, bringing together fashion designers, hairstylists, barbers, braiders, MUAs, and models of all ages. Join us as I Believe Enterprises hosts an unforgettable evening that will leave you inspired and fashion forward. Get your tickets now. General admission is only $15 in advance and $20 at the door. And guess what? Kids 6 and under get in for free. But that's not all. We're also giving back to the community. School supplies donations are required upon entry, helping us support students in need. Save the date, August 12th, starting at 5 p.m. We're bringing the excitement to 3019 Niagara Street in Niagara Falls, New York. Are you a vendor looking for an incredible opportunity? Don't miss out. Vending spaces are available. For more information, call or text 708-271-0549. Mark your calendars and get ready to shine. Get your tickets, bring your donations, and join us for an unforgettable evening. Fashion, style, and community come together in one spectacular event. Back to
Are you ready to take a trip back into time and immerse yourself in the smoothest sounds of the 90s? Well, mark your calendars for August 19th because we got something special planned just for you. Introducing the ultimate 90s R&B sing-along brunch happening at 3019 Niagara Street in Niagara Falls, New York. From 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., prepare to indulge in the best of R&B while feasting on the delicious spread. We have our live DJ spinning the hottest jams. This is a brunch experience you don't want to miss. Treat your taste buds to the full brunch menu featuring mouth-watering dishes. And of course, what is brunch without a little bit of bubbly? We've got you covered with our special mimosa package. For just $25, you'll receive a ticket to the event and one mimosa to get your groove on. But if you are in the mood to keep the celebrations flowing, go for our 40 ticket option and enjoy bottomless mimosas throughout the entire event. Secure your spot today by purchasing your ticket at R&B Sing-Along Brunch at eventbrite.com. But hurry, seats are limited and this event is selling fast.
We'll have to check it out. All right, guys, we are back with these two beautiful queens, and y'all already know it's a party, it's a party, it's a party. Thank you, Frank. We thank you. We thank you. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. We love you. We love you. We love you. So I have just a few more questions because, you know, we got to get into the Fatima fact. We also got to get into the Dear Auntie Letter. And guess what, guys? It's from a guy this week again. So the Dear Auntie Letters, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all all about it because y'all got to listen. But anyways, I have another question. I know both of you guys are you work in different fields, but I think I asked that question. And no, I didn't. Nadia, social work, and Christina, real estate. Did you find it hard for you guys to like crack the so-called glass ceiling in your fields being a woman? Christina, you first.
Okay, well, real estate is part-time for me.
Okay.
I actually work for the government.
Oh, she worked for them people.
Not them people.
The other people.
So I will say this. Well, to answer your question, no. And I will tell you why.
Okay.
So after I retired from the military, I was gonna just like
retire, like they say,
retire.
retire.
South Carolina, you know, me and my husband's just gonna go travel the world, you know, do retirement things because he's retired as well. And then I had this one officer I used to work for while I was in the military. She reached out to me. She was like, "Hey, do you want a job? I see you retiring." I'm like, no. And she was like, she was like, "What you gonna do?" I said, "I'm going to South Carolina with my husband. Like, that's it. You know, I'm 100% disabled, so I'm a disabled veteran. I get a retirement check. I don't need to work, you know." And she was like, "Okay." So she hit me back again, like weeks later, and she was like, "Do you still don't want a job?" I'm like, "No, I'm going to South Carolina," you know. And she was like, "Okay." And then she hit me again because this was getting close to my retirement. I put it out, you know, "Hey, I'm retiring. Here's the information for my party, this and that." She was like, "You sure you don't want a job, Pearson?" And I'm like, "No." She was like, "They'll pay you what you want." And I'm like, "Huh?" She said, "You could be on my team." She was like, "I really need you on my team. You're a good worker. You know, I want you on my team." And I'm like, let's go back to the pay. She was like, "They'll pay you what you want." So I sent her a number. She was like, "I'll send it in." She sent it in, and they were like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Oh my God." Like, and I called my husband. I'm like, "Hey, you know, I think I got a job." You know, and he was like,
I don't know about South Carolina.
He was like, "Well, you know, it's up to you." And I was like, "They're going to pay me such and such." He was like, "You better stay up there." So that's how I got into government contracting, which is what I do now. So, and it wasn't just because I knew her. It was because she knew my work ethic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
you had a reputation.
Right.
A good
So
one.
after she left the job, and so I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be here by myself. You know, I mean, I knew people there. So then I put my resume out there, you know, and then the company I work for now contacted me, and they were like, "Hey, we see your resume. We're interested in you." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then I was like, "Oh, I just interviewed." So then they told me your starting pay, and I was like, so I went back to my company. I'm like, "Hey, I had this interview. This is what they're willing to pay me." And they were like, "Oh, you might want to go work for them because you can't afford that." So I was like, "Okay." And 3 years later, I'm still a government contractor, and I do real estate on the side. So that's not my main, but real estate is real estate wasn't hard getting into as a female at all.
Yeah. I think it's more real estate. I think more now is like a female trade kind of. I see a lot more women nowadays.
We have more men at our
firm.
Yeah. But I see I guess it depends on the area as well. So yeah.
Yeah.
But when you think realtor, you do think female and short mini skirt with
a
blazer.
What I'm loving is I'm seeing a lot more of us.
Oh,
you know, our community get into the real estate field because that makes a difference.
Yes.
When we are not in a population, we can't control the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Just like the medical field. We'll talk about this in a minute too, because I got some things to say. But so when we at the table, when the decisions are being made, we can definitely help the agenda.
Yes.
You know, we can change the narrative sometimes when we are sitting at the table. Definitely. So it's important for us to be at the table, you know, and I'm not saying that you can't start at the bottom and work your way up, because we all have to do that in some aspect. But when you get to that table, don't forget where you come from. Don't forget your people. Don't forget who helped you. You know, don't forget your grandma that was your role model, but your cousin was in the house too. Like those kind of things, because we need us, because you know, a lot of these, it's called what, nepotism? Is it called nepotism? A lot of these big companies, look, I don't know. A lot of these big companies, they hire their kids, their uncle, their brother, their sister. So why can't we do that? Because when we start doing that for us, then we'll start seeing our money grow in our community. So that's huge for me. And that's why I'm such a community activist. Not really, but you know. Well, I mean, I'm not going to say I'm a community activist, because I don't know, but I like to be all about my community, because growing up, I didn't see a woman I seen Oprah Winfrey, and I tell this story. I wanted to be Oprah Winfrey, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then life be lifing, you know what I'm saying? And I went through a long period of time where life was lifing, and now here I am at a community radio station. Like, who would ever know? You know, I'm 40, about I'm 25 years old.
Oh, like me. You know, we went to school together. You're 25 now.
And I'm just starting to enjoy, you know, some of the fruits of my labor. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So definitely. Nadia?
Yes.
How do you feel about, you know, women cracking the glass ceiling?
I think in my field, very similar. It's a female dominated field. Social work, therapy. I think the difference for me is there is not a lot of minorities.
Yeah.
Being a therapist, I have a lot of my patients. So they, you know, call in, not to me, they call in to whoever and say, you know, I want mental health therapy, but they specify, I want a Black woman, you know, I want a younger Black woman. So a lot of my patients are minorities because they've advocated for themselves to say what they want.
Absolutely.
And talking to them, they want somebody who can relate.
Mm-hmm.
They want somebody who knows what it is to struggle, not because you're a woman, but because you're a Black woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I know, you know, not to stereotype us all and say we all have had these same experiences, because we haven't. But if I didn't have that experience, maybe my grandmother did, maybe my aunt did, maybe my uncle did. So I can relate in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as being a woman, no, in every job that I've had, it has been predominantly women. But in the field, I was at an agency at one point where I was the only Black female supervisor. You know, I was the only Black female in some of these places. So yeah, not the fact that I'm a woman, but the fact that I'm a Black woman has definitely been difficult.
That's deep. That's real deep, guys. Both of you guys are also awesome mothers. I wanted to know, what would you guys say to young women about motherhood, education? Because sometimes it kind of goes hand in hand a lot. I think, I'm not, but with Black women being the most educated in America right now, that speaks volumes to our community. How did you both handle motherhood and college, Nadia?
It was hard. I mean, it's not impossible. I think when I was going to college, it was just something that I knew that I needed to get, because again, I was tired of stepping into these environments and being, you know, I knew I had the experience, I knew I had the knowledge, but people want to see the paper. You know, they want to see the degree. So I was just like, okay, this is what I have to do. And looking at my family and knowing that I didn't want to stay at a certain level, I knew getting that degree to the outside world is what I needed to do. So it was hard. It was a lot of juggling. It was a lot of having that support, because I was in Niagara Falls at the time. So having that support to say, hey, you know, to my sister, can you go and pick up my kid from dance because I got class? So it's difficult, but it's doable. I think sometimes we don't follow through with things because of the lack of knowledge that we have, and thinking that it's so hard. But anything, I am a big person of anything you can do, I can do better. And that has nothing to do with being conceited. That's just confidence in myself and confidence in what I know I can achieve with supports and with some effort. So it was hard, but it's if that's what you want to do, you know, again, I say I had 5 kids. My youngest, I remember having to do a freaking video thing, and it was 2:00 in the morning, and he was sick as a dog, and he was upstairs, supposed to be asleep, but in the background of the video, you can just hear him screaming because he wanted to go to sleep, but he wanted me to be there. And I did it. I did that video. You hear him faintly screaming in the back. I submitted it and then emailed my professor. And she was like, oh, I didn't even notice it. Like, until you pointed it out. So a lot of times the things that we see as flaws or the things that we see as difficult, other people, because we do it so gracefully and so well, and because of our nature and who we are, other people don't even notice that it's a struggle for us. So
that's deep too. That's real deep. Christina, how do you feel about that?
So for me, I enrolled in college after high school, and then I just didn't I didn't have a car. And again, I had 2 kids when I graduated high school. So I dropped out of college. I enrolled, and then I tried to take go through the semester. I was like, oh no, this is too hard. Because in high school, they picked us up in a cab. We went to CYP. They made it easy for us to attend high school, with kids. But college was nothing like that. So I dropped out. And then, in the military, they encourage you to go to college. Like, that's what they pushed. Like, go to school, go to school, go to school. So I ended up going to school. I took like a few classes, stop, a few classes here, stop, a few classes here, stop. I ended up, I think, after 12 years, I finally got my degree, and I got an associate's and a bachelor's in the same year. That's how many different classes I was just taking, I didn't even have a direction. I was just taking classes because they were like, go to school. So, and it was hard. It was definitely hard. We went to school at lunchtime. We went to school in the evenings. So, yeah, it was pretty difficult, but of course, I made it through. I'm in college now. Matter of fact, I'm in my last class for a master's. Congratulations. I graduate in September, and I cannot wait.
Hey, y'all hear that?
And I was going to go for my doctorate, but I don't know. After this master's, it's like, whoa. But yeah, it was difficult, but it was worth it. And although I don't work in the field, my degree is in criminal justice, and I don't do anything with criminal justice. I'm a contractor. So, but I encourage everyone to get a degree, go to school, and there's programs for that too. There's funding out there for kids to go to college. There's scholarships out there. Churches give out scholarships. There's grants. There's so much money that's floating around for us to get educated, and we don't even know about it.
So I think there is a lot of money out there. But what I'm noticing, I have a daughter going into high school, and at this point I'm looking for scholarships.
Right.
And she's just going into high school.
Mm-hmm.
She already told me that she want to travel Europe, and I'm like, what? I ain't never thought about that. I always be like, yeah, I want to go to Paris because it's Paris. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I want to travel Europe. I'm like, girl, who you think you is? You know what I'm saying? Don't think small, because there's ways of doing things.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely. So, unfortunately, what I see in our community is the lack of knowledge of knowing how to get these things. Connections are a key. So we have these computers in our hands all day with these phones and things of that nature. Connect with people.
Mm-hmm.
This is a whole wide world in your hand right now. You have to open up sometimes. You have to ask sometimes. You have to be a part of groups and things of that nature so you can connect with certain people to get you where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, like I was saying, I think that we in our community just don't have the knowledge about scholarships and about things. But I just watch this lady, the young lady, she sit in her car and drink her tea. Okay. And she's literally dropping jewels about college education, about scholarships, about that we don't even, and this is now her job, okay, on TikTok, okay. Who would have ever thought? When I was going to college, I was like, yeah, we're gonna fill out this FAFSA, I'm gonna take what they got and I'm gonna run with it. You know what I'm saying? I could have went to college for free. You know what I'm saying? All these scholarships out here, all this stuff that they looking for us. That's number one. They looking for us because we are like gold to them right now. Honestly, that's why they're going back against this whole affirmative action thing.
Definitely.
Because we was popping, okay, and they need us. Seriously. So if you go out there and you educate yourself, and a lot of times, I was talking to my son, and he's like, couple years ago, I don't want to go to college. I need a leap year. Well, that leap year done turned into 3. Okay. I'm gonna let him do what he got to do because he a grown man now and ain't nothing much I can do about it. But the traditional 4-year college and things of that nature is not a thing really anymore. I think a lot of people are now going to work, maybe getting an associate's degree and then letting a job pay for their college. That's even like, I think that's, listen, the amount of student loans that I have compared to the amount of student loans that my son or daughter can have is a very large gap there.
Yeah.
Because now I work for a company, I won't say their name. They have put me back to school. You know what I'm saying? Like they have paid for me. I had to pay $50 to go to college and get a degree.
Wow.
Like that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have that maybe 10, 20 years ago when I first started college. But there are ways, just like we were talking about home ownership, ways. We just have to educate ourselves. And we can't, like one of my guests a while back was talking about gatekeeping, where people who are of our complexion don't want to give out jewels to other people of our complexion. That's just ridiculous. Like if you know, if I know something, I'm telling the whole world about it because you never know who you can help.
Yeah.
You know, it might be somebody in the back of the church, you know what I'm saying, who just don't know. And by you giving them that information or saying that information or even getting back to somebody, you know, that helps them, that helps their family, that helps their children. And you just never know.
Yeah.
So,
well, speaking of your daughters, so you, as you know, or may or may not know, we have a trip coming up to Greece. So I just partnered with actually the one that got me the job at the civilian company I work. So she runs a youth group called Naomi Group. Shout out to Sinise.
Hey, Sinise.
And so she wants to partner with us to take her youth to Greece.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So if your daughter wants to be a part of it, just let me know.
Oh, she wants to be a part of it.
And
can mommy go to Greece too?
What's your age ranges on that?
So it's not a youth trip, but we're just going to come. At this point, we're going to work together to get our youth.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So we're going to do fundraisers and stuff to offset the cost. And we're still in a planning phase because we're looking at the 3rd week in April next year. So if your daughter wants to go to Europe, hey.
Oh my God, London, you hear that? We be going to Greece.
So yeah, she runs a nonprofit out of South Carolina, and she's phenomenal. She gives back.
Oh my God, that is beautiful.
Gives so much back. Like we just finished filming a movie for her.
Oh my goodness.
And I was so happy to be a part of that. I started off as the makeup artist. And then I slowly transitioned into a part in the movie.
Wow.
Okay. And so like it's awesome. Like
that's what I be talking about, connections.
Yeah, she
like,
does
that's amazing.
a great job with these kids. Like and most of her actors are young adults.
Oh wow.
And she does a really good job. So we're gonna partner and we're gonna take our youth to Greece and we're gonna do some fundraisers. So if anybody want to donate, have any ideas, please let me know.
Oh,
so
yes,
we can get
that's
these
a beautiful
kids over
thing.
there so they can start seeing the world.
Right. Absolutely. Yes. Thank you so much,
You're
Christina.
welcome.
Oh my God, that is wonderful. And thank you, Sinise. Thank you so much for that opportunity.
What's her Miguel? Yeah.
Look, thank you, girlfriend. You my new girlfriend. No, that's a beautiful thing. Thank you so much. And I applaud anyone who's doing anything for our youth because they need us.
Yeah,
they absolutely need us. Okay, Big Frank, you got me.
I gotta go turn off my recorder now. I see.
Looking for a heavy-duty workhorse that can handle any task? Look no further than the 2004 Chevy C4500 diesel flatbed truck. With its robust 6.6-liter diesel engine, this truck delivers the strength and reliability you need to tackle the toughest job. Don't miss out on an incredible opportunity Call Ken at 716-310-0100. Call now to learn more and drive away in the ultimate work companion 2004 Chevy C4500 diesel flatbed truck. Are you ready to take a trip back into time and immerse yourself in the smoothest sounds of the 90s? Well, mark your calendars for August 19th because we got something special planned just for you. Introducing the ultimate 90s R&B sing-along brunch happening at 3019 Niagara Street in Niagara Falls, New York. From 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., prepare to indulge in the best of R&B while feasting on the delicious bread. We have our live DJ spinning the hottest jams. This is a brunch experience you don't want to miss. Treat your taste buds to the full brunch menu featuring mouth-watering dishes. And of course, what is brunch without a little bit of bubbly? We've got you covered with our special mimosa package. For just $25, you'll receive a ticket to the event and one mimosa to get your groove on. But if you are in the mood to keep the celebrations flowing, go for our 40 ticket option and enjoy bottomless mimosas throughout the entire event. Secure your spot today by purchasing your ticket at R&B Sing-Along Brunch at eventbrite.com. But hurry, seats are limited and this event is selling fast.
Get ready for the most stylish event of the season. It's the Back to School Hair and Fashion Show, bringing together fashion designers, hairstylists, barbers, braiders, MUAs, and models of all ages. Join us as I Believe Enterprises hosts an unforgettable evening that will leave you inspired and fashion forward. Get your tickets now. General admission is only $15 in advance and $20 at the door. And guess what? Kids 6 and under get in for free. But that's not all. We're also giving back to the community. School supplies donations are required upon entry, helping us support students in need. Save the date, August 12th, starting at 5 p.m. We're bringing the excitement to 3019 Niagara Street in Niagara Falls, New York. Are you a vendor looking for an incredible opportunity? Don't miss out. Vending spaces are available. For more information, call or text 708-271-0549. Mark your calendars and get ready to shine. Get your tickets, bring your donations, and join us for an unforgettable evening. Fashion, style, and community come together in one spectacular event. Back to School Hair and Fashion Show. Let's make this.
Are you ready for an adventure of a lifetime? Escape to paradise on an exotic Eastern Caribbean cruise. Join us August 18th through the 24th of 2024 as we set sail on a 6-day carnival cruise filled with unforgettable experiences. Get ready to explore the captivating destinations of the Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic, Grand Turk, Half Moon Cay in the Bahamas. Come and savor the flavors of the Caribbean with a wide range of gourmet dining options, serving up the freshest seafood and local delicacies. Dance the night away under the Caribbean sky with live entertainment and music that will make your heart sing. But hurry, secure your spot today with a deposit of just $50 by July 21st, 2023, and enjoy the convenient monthly payments of $90. Don't wait. Call now at 716-374-4941. Reserve your dream vacation today. The exotic Eastern Caribbean cruise, where memories are made and dreams come true. Book now.
Everybody, this is DMP Speaks coming at you. And it's not enough to just dream.
TQ, I Am, the Queen I Am with Felicia Gaddis. Her story, her experience, her wisdom. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. at Fire 716 Radio. TQ I Am inspires, uplift, and transform. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.
This is DMP Speaks coming to you. I am a board certified Christian counselor. I'm also a life coach. I am a family restoration specialist. I help build, rebuild, and grow your family. Maybe you're having some communication problems. Maybe you guys are just yelling and screaming and you guys are just not getting along. And if you want access to me for your 30-minute consultation call, follow me on all my social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook at DMP Speaks. And if you go to YouTube and Instagram, it's at I am DMP Speaks. Download Fire 716 and click the link.
What's up, everybody? It's Kier here, Inject Faith, Hope, Love. We all are facing some type of battle. This time I decided that I'm fighting back. I just refuse to literally let the battle overpower me, and I want to overpower the battle this time. You have to still go through the battle because I still need to get out of you what I need from you. You can beat it. It's just about knowing to getting into a place of confidence, like I can beat this. I can get past this. This does not have to consume me. This does not have to... I don't have to wear this on my shoulders at all, truthfully. I can let it go. What's up, everybody? It's Kier here, Inject Faith, Hope, Love.
Place to take, like you got multiple places to take.
you.
Oh, sorry.
Hey y'all, we back. No, this is Fatima Fridays. Thank you so much for being here with us. Again, I have two beautiful queens with us, Christina Pearson and Nadia Baker, and we just chit chat and we talking about life. We talking about role models. We talking about now. We about to talk about Sheen in a minute because I'm probably like number one candidate, but I do want to. I have a couple more questions about the education thing. Do you guys feel like traditional 4-year education is like kind of like going out of fashion, and trades are being more relevant, or how do you guys feel about that? Go ahead, Nadia.
Yes. So
yes, what?
Yes, I think that. And I won't say going out of fashion. It really just depends on your career choice.
Mm-hmm.
I think now, though, there's a lot more career choices. You have photographers, you have, social media platforms, you have people that are making money on things that we would have never thought you can make money on. And not even things you didn't think you could make money on, things that when I was younger didn't even exist. So now I think there's more opportunity for the young people to make money through different platforms.
Mm-hmm.
But I think too that sometimes if we're talking about social media, sometimes with social media and these other platforms, what it comes off as if it's easy, because you are only seeing the end product.
Right.
You're not seeing the grind that happened before. But I don't, college isn't for everybody. For a long time, college was not for me. So I think, it's important just for people, kids, adults, whoever, to find their niche, figure out what it is that they love, and figure out how to make money off of it.
Oh, we got a caller.
Dear Fridays, friends begin.
Oh, maybe we don't have a caller. I got excited, guys. But you can put your comments in the chat box and all that good stuff. Christina, how do you feel about 4-year traditional education and things of that nature going out of fashion, kind of, sort of?
I agree with Nadia. It's so many other ways to make money now that college is like maybe I want to go and maybe I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like being a realtor, you don't have to go to college to be a realtor, but
Mm-hmm.
you can make good money.
Good
money,
absolutely.
being a realtor. So, I don't think the 4-year college is as popular anymore. Like back in the back in the days, like when you read a job announcement and say, "Oh, you have to have a bachelor's degree" or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, social media is popping. Like they're making really good money from being influencers and
from their house,
right?
Whew.
Or
I need to get one of those jobs. Doing nothing, watching your nail, eating.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness!
Oh my God!
Like I could do that all day.
I could become a millionaire.
Right.
Lobster tails.
Right.
I should have thought of that a long time. So
Absolutely.
I don't know. I think you always should have a backup plan though, something.
Yes, absolutely.
If you can, and the way education is set up now, like we can go to school from our house. Like so. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in Plan B. So.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? The Money Mac.
As a person who went to 2 colleges and did not graduate from either one, it was fun. I would say that college is not for everybody, but it definitely can be fun. It can definitely get you, in a certain path. I did not get pregnant. I rebuke those words.
Wow.
Twice.
But I definitely think it's more just like, for me, I had a full scholarship for Niagara University for hospitality management based off of my SAT scores and all this other stuff that I was doing.
Scholastic career.
Yes. But I didn't want to go for hospitality management. To be honest, that was just the first job that I had was like in a restaurant, and then I was really good at it. So I was like, oh, well, this is what I'm meant to do. And it wasn't until somebody else told me about Full Sail University that I was like, oh, I'm going to go to Full Sail University for digital art and design, because I didn't even know you could go to college for something like that. So that, and then going to Kent State University. But I would say ultimately, if I would have known, I think if I would have known more about other opportunities available besides just going to college, like trade school, I didn't really know too much about trade schools, to be honest. I know about HVAC, and that was pretty much it. And I was like, I don't want to, in my mind, I don't want to install air conditioners. That's what I thought. All it was. So, and even besides that, just like real estate, I did insurance, combined insurance, like 2 times. I was pretty good at it, but at the same time, it was like a little sketchy in my opinion. So, but it was cool. It's like interesting to be able to see like, oh, okay, there's so many other ways that you could make money. Like you could really make money. I am still in the process of learning and doing different things. And then even when you said about doing the government contracting, we were just talking, I was like, I literally am trying to do I did the online part of getting in the process of being able to do government contracts with photography.
Oh, okay.
But that's all I really know. I only know this from a YouTube video. So I think it's just important, like having people to talk to who offer up a different world. Like, this is something that you can do. You can learn about this. You can do this. So yes, that was my answer to that. My long-winded answer to that.
Hey, listen, you already know. College 20 years. Came out with a bachelor's degree. I ain't got it yet because I ain't paid the $50, but it's coming.
Well, I'll
that's
send some
crazy.
information about government contracting. I get so many emails.
Look at you, Christina. Look at you, just giving all the information. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for everything.
They literally like send out so many webinars and stuff. It's
and
you learn fast.
I'm with that.
Hi, Carolina. Yeah, so I think college, the 4-year traditional thing, is kind of, well, now that they really, that what pissed me off is this shooting down the Biden rescue bill or whatever it was about the student loans. Like, that pissed me off because, listen, I got so many. But
I was so excited when I got that email. Like, my credit's going to go up. This is going to be off.
I just, and I think it's unfair because the people who got these loans are the people who really needed them.
Yeah. And
the people who don't need them is the one that's stopping the bill from the people, the people who needed it. And that's unfair. It wouldn't have helped me that much because I got like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of student loans, but still, every little bit helps, But I hope that Biden does something about that too. So we're gonna talk about a little side note here, another note about my favorite shop, Shein. I am a Shein girl because listen, I don't make a whole bunch of money. I'm all right. But she is good things, good people.
Absolutely.
They is like my homies. Like, I buy my clothes from Shein. My daughter, I was about to say my granddaughter. I ain't got a granddaughter yet. But my daughter's clothes from Shein. We be in there every week. We got a haul every week. Like, for real though. It's crazy. So now they're up for this like RICO case. They're under fire, y'all. And I'm a little sad about it. Like, I understand it. I understand why, because I would be looking at some of this stuff like, oh, that looks just like Coach. Like, but it's not fair to us poor people. So on Tuesday, if you don't know, Trista Perry, Larissa Martinez, and Jay Barlin argued that companies are using AI to copy their actual lines of clothes and things of that nature. So these are designers, and they are saying that Shein is copying their lines and their merchandise without acknowledging them or getting any of the profits to the original artists. So because of this, Rico Shein now has a Rico case. Unfortunately for us little people, I'm hoping they have a sale. I'm gonna be honest.
Not the Rico sale.
So I can see right now Fashion Nova, because they got these weird, crazy emails that they always sending out. I can see it right now. Like they gonna send out emails about, hey, your favorite Shein is under a Rico. Fashion Nova ain't. Here's 25% off. You know what I'm saying?
Fashion Nova be
listen, did you hear him on Valentine's Day? Oh, he ain't get you nothing for Valentine's Day.
Oh my god!
Like they be throwing mad shade in the little emails. I be loving it because I'm messy, but it's so funny. Yeah. So it's so funny, but Shein is really under fire right now. People who can't afford it, like afford all the name brands and the high quality stuff, Shein is perfect for us. Actually, I have on a dress from Shein right now. Shein hit me up. I would definitely be an ambassador. Big Girls is in. But you know what? They got this thing on Shein, talk about like $750. But you got to go through so many steps. Like, make it easier. Yeah. Like, come on, I tried it.
But is that them? I didn't think that was through Shein. I thought it was through a company giving you $750 for Shein.
No, it's Shein. They looking for ambassadors.
And they pay you $700.
No, they don't pay you. They give you $750 in clothing
and merchandise.
Oh my god, that's a lot of clothes. They
from
clothes
them,
like $3.
Right, from them. Girl can have summer, winter, and fall. Listen, So, but I need them to make it a little easier because there's so many steps that I tried. There's so many steps that you have to go through to get these 700. You just give up, and that's what they're banking on. People just give up.
Exactly. But it's drawing you to their website. So.
Yeah, it's absolutely drawing you to the website. So Shein, get it together. I don't want you to lose. I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. Yeah.
So somebody said that Temu propped up in there because of the situation going on with Shein. Like,
do we trust Temu though?
I ordered from Temu.
Really? How long did it take to get?
Clothes.
Oh, I've never ordered anything.
I've ordered like kitchen, like little stuff from the house.
Yeah.
I'm not clicking no link.
So my grandma right now, I'm putting her on blast. I hope she watching this because she needs to stop. She's been on a Temu kick, and I mean every day getting packages from Temu. Their clothes are very much like. It looks like it's this material, but when you get it, it's this material. Yes. And then their jewelry, some of their jewelry is really nice. Like I will say they have some really nice jewelry. Not the gold. The gold, just stay away from the gold. Yes, because it turns in literally a day.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's bad.
But it's like 50 cents. So I mean, wear it for the day.
But like their keychains.
Yeah,
that's true. Their keychains and like their other little appliances and stuff like that. Like that stuff's nice. Like it's worth spending some money. But yeah, that's what I heard is like Temu cropped up because they knew what was going on behind the scenes. And so it'll be interesting if the clothing decides to change and becomes more like Shein, that you will know for sure that.
So when I ordered from Temu, it did take a minute, but this is probably like 8 months ago. I placed one order like 8 months ago. It probably took like
8 months,
a month to get it. It took like a month to get it, but I think now because so many people are now, shopping with them, it's different. And they have some really interesting things. When you think about it, it's like things that we don't use in America. Like I seen like a countertop little wash machine or something.
Oh, I did
and,
see that.
Yes, it was so cute.
But do we need it? I think now too with social media, a lot of things that we're buying are things we just don't need.
That power of influence.
Yeah.
When you see somebody on TikTok using a product and they just start going off about it, it makes you feel like makes you feel like you need the product.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for sure.
And with the Shein thing though, aren't all clothes inspired by expensive clothes?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
And shoes. Like
Right.
Mark Jacobs and Steve Madden is like they're neck and neck all the time.
Yeah, that's very true. But I think the difference is the reasoning this RICO case is coming about is because they're not giving accolades to the original.
Who does?
Right.
I don't know.
So Steve Madden got Balenciaga sneakers, like
but
literally look like Balenciaga.
Maybe he cutting Balenciaga 3% of the sales.
Well,
I think that some of the people there like suing about the situation because some of the stuff is exactly the same. Like they're
saying AI is playing a big part in that.
I have the problem with this whole AI situation.
I know. You go home, bring it on, bring it on.
Because the problem with the AI situation is that I can't take like this picture because I've tried. Take this picture and put it back into AI to get the same thing. It doesn't work that way. So you can try to replicate something in AI, but it's not going to come out exactly the same as the original product. That's another reason, like even with the photography, people are doing like, oh, you could just get an AI photo, and it's like that's great and it looks great, but it's not. Except your fingers. Yes, there's going to be something wrong with it, and if you don't know how to do Photoshop and all that other stuff to fix it, like you're gonna have 6 nostrils. Like, like there might be little
I've seen
problems.
some AIs with like 3 arms, and I was like, "What is this about?"
So it's like because the program is still learning.
Really? They have 3 arms.
The program's still learning. That's like one of the biggest things to even know if something's AI or not is to check the fingers and the toes because it's not able to properly do the fingers and the toes. Like, and always you end up with 6 or 2 or 3 or
1,
just one conglomerate,
or the nails are like distorted. Like,
I see. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so that's why it's like weird for them to say that they're using the AI because what program? Let me know so I avoid that program.
Yeah.
That's just a weird thing for them to say.
Yeah.
I would think more they hired a graphic designer, and the graphic designer just is taking the, copying the designs because that's easier than AI. Like I'm just being real, like it's way easier than trying to do with AI for real. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't really tried the AI thing, but
are RICO charges for gangs?
Not just for gangs. So it's a lot of different things like kidnapping, drug dealing, conspiracy. It's the racketeering something act. I did some research, but I don't remember it all.
It makes you wonder though, like what else?
It started in 1970. I definitely know that, and it did have a lot to do with it. It formed because of a motorcycle gang in the 70s. And they were like murdering people. But yeah, right. Yeah. But it has a lot of different embezzlement is involved in it. So it's a lot of different things with the RICO. It was a long list of things that you can get a RICO case for. And
so that's what I'm wondering, like, what else is she involved in? Is it just this, or is this just a front for what's really going on? Like, if they actually have some other things going on, like who,
so that's your assignment.
To find out.
It's not like it's federal though, so anytime you have infringement, it involves.
So I should just buy everything in my Shein cart.
Yeah, you better buy it now. They're gonna shut it down.
Right. Yeah. Well, we're going out of business, y'all. But here's a 95% off sale.
They'll file Chapter 11 and open up under
another name until that gets shut down. But I'm looking forward to it, Sheen. So do what you're gonna do. I have Frank is going to play us some good 90s music, and then we're going to come back with the Fatima facts. Hey.
Yes.
Don't be sad about she.
Are you ready for an adventure of a lifetime? Escape to paradise on an exotic Eastern Caribbean cruise. Join us August 18th through the 24th of 2024 as we set sail on a 6-day carnival cruise filled with unforgettable experiences. Get ready to explore the captivating destinations of the Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic, Grand Turk, Half Moon Cay in the Bahamas. Come and savor the flavors of the Caribbean with a wide range of gourmet dining options, serving up the freshest seafood and local delicacies. Dance the night away under the Caribbean sky with live entertainment and music that will make your heart sing. But hurry. Secure your spot today with a deposit of just $50 by July 21st, 2023, and enjoy the convenient monthly payments of $90. Don't wait. Call now at 716-374-4941. Reserve your dream vacation today. The exotic Eastern Caribbean cruise, where memories are made and dreams come true. Book now and set sail on the adventure of a lifetime. Are you ready to take a trip back into time and immerse yourself in the smoothest sounds of the 90s? Well, mark your calendars for August 19th because we got something special planned just for you. Introducing the ultimate 90s R&B sing-along brunch happening at 3019 Niagara Street in Niagara Falls, New York. From 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., prepare to indulge in the best of R&B while feasting on the delicious spread. We have our live DJ spinning the hottest jams. This is a brunch experience you don't want to miss. Treat your taste buds to the full brunch menu featuring mouth-watering dishes. And of course, what is brunch without a little bit of bubbly? We've got you covered with our special mimosa package. For just $25, you'll receive a ticket to the event and one mimosa to get your groove on. But if you are in the mood to keep the celebrations flowing, go for our 40 ticket option and enjoy bottomless mimosas throughout the entire event. Secure your spot today by purchasing your ticket at R&B Sing-Along Brunch at eventbrite.com. But hurry, seats are limited and this event is selling fast. Looking for a heavy-duty workhorse that can handle any task? Look no further than the 2004 Chevy C4500 diesel flatbed truck. With its robust 6.6-liter diesel engine, this truck delivers the strength and reliability you need to tackle the toughest job. Don't miss out on an incredible opportunity. Call Ken at 716-310-0100. Call now to learn more and drive away in the ultimate work companion 2004 Chevy C4500 diesel flatbed truck.
Get ready for the most stylish event of the season. It's the Back to School Hair and Fashion Show, bringing together fashion designers, hairstylists, barbers, braiders, MUAs, and models of all ages. Join us as I Believe Enterprises hosts an unforgettable evening that will leave you inspired and fashion forward. Get your tickets now. General admission is only $15 in advance and $20 at the door. And guess what? Kids 6 and under get in for free. But that's not all. We're also giving back to the community. School supplies donations are required upon entry, helping us support students in need. Save the date, August 12th, starting at 5 p.m. We're bringing the excitement to 3019 Niagara Street in Niagara Falls, New York. Are you a vendor looking for an incredible opportunity? Don't miss out. Vending spaces are available. For more information, call or text 708-271-0549. Mark your calendars and get ready to shine. Get your tickets, bring your donations, and join us for an unforgettable evening. Fashion, style, and community come together in one spectacular event. Back to School Hair and Fashion Show. Let's make this school year the most fashionable one yet.
guys, we are back. Fatima Fridays, and it's a party. It's a party. It's a party. I got a little bit to say about this Fatima fact. I'm not gonna go into everything that I wrote or whatever, but Cedar-Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles is also being hit with a lawsuit claiming that they are giving Black women not giving us appropriate medical health care and health attention, especially mothers. So be on the lookout. Get you a doula. You know, most states nowadays are paying for doulas for you, or it's like in Medicaid and stuff like that. So get yourself a doula if you're expecting. Another thing, we got to do the Dear Auntie Letter real quick because we talked a lot on the show and we don't have much time to go. So here we go. I am a single dad. I co-parent with my child's father for the last 6 years. We kind of have a toxic relationship. She has 2 other children by another gentleman. Overall, she's a really good mom, but she's on some hard times right now due to losing the job. Recently, she told me she didn't have enough money to get something to eat. So I went out and purchased groceries, which I think any normal good father would do. Didn't think it was a problem. But since I was at the grocery store, I went ahead and shopped for her and the kids. I spent over $200 for groceries, and she was still not happy. She stated that I only brought snacks and junk food. Because I understood that she was upset, I just left the groceries at her doorstep because I didn't want to cause any friction. And I was on my way to work. So what I purchased was like I normally purchase: chicken, steak, hot dogs, chips, drinks, fruit snacks, because they're kids. I figured that she already had some things in the house as far as food. And so I just purchased some things to match what she has as food choices. And she stated that I did not purchase enough food and it was all junk food. I think this is very inconsiderate of her. I did not have to purchase anything at all, but I did because I didn't want her and the kids to go hungry. So I did what I had to do. Auntie, do you think I should have given her money, or do you think I did my part by purchasing the groceries for the week? What y'all think, aunties?
I think that he bought her groceries. And that is very...
Be grateful for what you get.
Yeah, for real. I mean...
If I can get $200 in food stamps,
eat it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, what are you talking about?
Y'all could be eating nothing.
Right.
Or you can eat these groceries.
Right.
Eat this air pocket.
Air pocket. Got an air pocket. Some sugar water, okay?
Right.
Some of these girls be making it real hard for these gentlemen.
Very.
So, like,
you make it hard for the next good woman, honestly.
Absolutely.
She's deflecting.
Yes. And it was, he said she was going through a hard time. She lost a job or whatever.
She probably wanted that money for something else.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. She probably tried to get him and say, so she was mad that he went grocery shopping because she needed the cash. And she was
give it
my way.
Yeah.
I don't grocery shop.
I need some snacks.
Right, girl. My kids is always looking for snacks.
Exactly. Look, my kids is looking for snacks at your house.
Okay. They do. But I keep a thing full of snacks because all the kids come to my house. So I'll be buying boxes of chips and stuff because, again, I have the cheerleader house, My son, he's 22, but all his homeboys bring their kids to my house, okay? So they do. And I don't mind it. I love it, actually. But I always have a lot of snacks and stuff like that. But girlfriend, please. Okay, like get what you can and stop playing.
Right.
Like if you want this man back, just tell him because
like
that is not the way to do it.
Right,
that is
right.
Not
Trying
the
to
way
get
to
his
do
money and his time. Don't play with my money or time. That's all
right.
I gotta say. Like, yeah.
Place that anger
Somewhere else. She probably mad at the other baby daddy.
Right.
Like, and why they always got 2 and 3 baby daddies?
Wow.
Like, stop it. Like, just stop it. Wow.
It was college.
Okay. You mad?
I mean,
right.
Because they be having, and then the good one. This is the issue with that. They have 2 and 3 baby daddies, which is fine. Life happens sometimes that way. But the good guy that's buying the food, the groceries, the whatever, she got a problem with him. Like, go get Pookie. Be mad at Pookie, not this gentleman.
She is mad at Pookie.
Because she knows she can take it out.
Right. Like, stop it, y'all. Stop doing that for us. Like, But it's the end of Fatima Fridays, guys.
Right?
Look, I went,
It's going down, y'all. And y'all already know it is a party. It is a party. It is a party. And thank you, ladies, so much for joining us today.
Yes.
That was such a good show.
Are you ready to take a trip back into time and immerse yourself in the smoothest sounds of the 90s? Well, mark your calendars for August 19th because we got something special planned just for you. Introducing the ultimate 90s R&B sing-along brunch happening at 3019 Niagara Street in Niagara Falls, New York. From 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., prepare to indulge in the best of R&B while feasting on the delicious spread. We have our live DJ spinning the hottest jams. This is a brunch experience you don't want to miss. Treat your taste buds to the full brunch menu featuring mouth-watering dishes. And of course, what is brunch without a little bit of bubbly? We've got you covered with our special mimosa package. For just $25, you'll receive a ticket to the event and one mimosa to get your groove on. But if you are in the mood to keep the celebrations flowing, go for our 40-ticket option and enjoy bottomless mimosas throughout the entire event. Secure your spot today by purchasing your ticket at R&B Sing-Along Brunch at eventbrite.com.